Fine motor skills are necessary for almost every task we perform day to day, regardless of a person's age. This is a fine motor school kit targeted for kids in early elementary to focus on scissor skills, handwriting, pinch and grip, cognition and processing, and visual skills, to name a few. The first activity we'll go through are scissor skills. A child should be able to identify the correct hand and finger placement of a pair of scissors, as well as being able to have the strength to open and close the scissors. A child should also work on developmental cutting skills, incorporating patterns, letters, and numbers. Besides cutting a thin piece of paper like this, you can grade up the activity by cutting Play-Doh to increase the resistance, or cutting a piece of string. The next activity incorporates Play-Doh. This can help work on letter and number formation. Also focus on finger skills such as grip strength, pinch, also visual skills to be able to discriminate the different colors, and hand manipulation to retrieve the bead from the Play-Doh. And to grade up the activity, instead of utilizing a big letter such as this, you can break the Play-Doh in half, create a smaller letter, which requires greater precision and strength. And to grade down the activity, the child could, for example, copy off of a template like these cards and copy whether it's a letter, number, pattern, animal, and so on. Next up are the beads. For the beads activity, you can practice bracelet making, which requires dexterity, finger strength, also a bit of cognition if you were to assign a pattern of colors, a specific number. So they could utilize beads and loop them through this face to create strands of hair. Also just making bracelets like this and looping the bead through the hole. Besides these finger skills, you can also utilize the clips to retrieve beads, the nuts and bolts, as well as paper clips. Another way to grade up this set of activities is to, instead of using this big clip, using a smaller clip, as it requires greater fine motor skills to retrieve this bead, retrieve the nuts and bolts, and these materials feel heavier as this is a skinnier, smaller clip, and it is more difficult to grab onto this paper clip. Whew. The next activity we'll move on to is a painting activity, which requires this sets of brushes. This also helps focus on different grasps, and a way to grade this activity would be to grade it up. For instance, using the smaller paintbrush requires greater strength and precision instead of utilizing the bigger brush, which doesn't require as much fine motor skills. You could also work on pressure, which translates to handwriting, so the child knows how deep to push, same as, for instance, when writing, a child would be able to know not to push so hard or so soft to get the right amount of strength from the pencil so their text is legible when writing. Next up is a weighted pencil. So this is a regular pencil, usually children use around the elementary school age. For those struggling with shaky hands, you can use a weighted pencil. A weighted pencil incorporates the nuts and bolts as well as the rubber bands. This allows the child to press more firmly onto the pencil, and the additional weight helps enhance steadiness so the child isn't very shaky. To grade up the activity, the child could, depending on how much they need, add more weight, and to grade down the activity, less weight to the pencil as well. To work on increased manipulation and strength, you can use this not just on a pencil, but on a crayon, a highlighter, anything such as a smaller pencil. Since this will help refine their grasp, they are not able to vary with their grasp. This really restricts them and allows them to have their web space open and really focus on the point of the pencil instead of tightly gripping around this one as there's more room due to the length of the pencil.